Start your week by installing your game plan. Start the regular season by selecting your season goal. Meeting your season goal comes with higher rewards, but also higher risk. Start your week by installing your game plan. You have great browse available players to improve your team.
everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 20 on EA Sports. Up next, we'll see a man who's been in charge for more than a decade, Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions, as they square off against the #1 pick, Kyler Murray, and the Arizona Cardinals. With that, let's get out to the desert. Standing by in Glendale, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you, Coach. We are about 15 miles west of downtown Phoenix at State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. It's certainly hot outside here in the desert, but somehow this Cardinal crowd turned up the heat a moment ago. They were in a frenzy as their team emerged from the tunnel, and the Cardinals, they're set to do battle with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. So happy to be with you, Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, and we thought it would never get here, but here we are back together. It's opening weekend of the 100th season in the NFL.
So much football to talk about. That's our main focus. But how about how much happened in the offseason? Rules changes. Overtime rules were discussed in a big way. Some superstars changed addresses. There's a whole lot to talk about in the NFL in addition to this game we're getting ready to watch.
The football belongs to the Arizona Cardinals for the initial drive of our contest.
Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, we got tight left, tight left. Hey. Four down.
From his own end zone now, it's Murray. Flushed out right. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cardinals! Kevin White, 98 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench. And he's telling his team,
this defense already looking at a deficit on the scoreboard, but now what can they design here to disrupt this third down play? Now Murray going to throw deep for the end zone. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a fourth down. Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And Gonzalez puts this one through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that.
Second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. To throw is Murray, escaping the pressure right. And he's got his man. It's the tight end play. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards to pick up. Good enough for an Arizona first. Nice pass that time by the #1 pick. Second quarter, this defense looking for a big third down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. Throwing is Murray on third down, eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kyler Murray Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And maybe the defense got so caught up in him throwing the football, they forgot he can take off too.
And you often hear about the quarterback being the unaccounted for guy as a runner. Well, even on a passing play, he's unaccounted for as a runner.
Okay, time to hop back into this one. It's a red zone alert with a 1st and 10 upcoming down at the 13-yard line. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. The intended receiver was David Johnson, and that'll make it 3rd down. And this is a guy straight out of college. They're not going to try to groom for a year or two. They want him to produce right away.
That's why they took him in the 1st round. They expect him to be a starter right away and a future all-pro. So they don't have any time to wait for him to come along. They want him to play right now to help this team.
And you take a look at this draft class from a season ago. Really, it grades out as a pretty darn good class.
So you have to give a lot of credit to the entire scouting organization. General manager, personnel department, college scouts, it all came together. They evaluated it very well and got a nice payoff.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll start by making the long trek to CenturyLink Field. Cincinnati in town to take on Seattle. And it's the Bengals who are out in front as those two head towards the break. Andy Dalton with 2 touchdown passes there. From there, we'll take a trip east to check on the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. 28-12, final score. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And they've got the lead in that ball game over the visiting 49ers. Rashad Perryman, a touchdown reception. In our game, it was a rookie Kyler Murray showing the flash that made him choose football over baseball. He's thrown for over 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. On the NFL scoreboard, an update from up in Seattle. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Russell Wilson with 2 first-half touchdown passes. So the situation, it's 3rd down in the 3rd quarter, and this defense just trying to get the ball back to their offense to get back in this contest. Here's Murray. He may try and run for this. And he's taken down inside the 30. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 28.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of him, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. So the situation, it's third down in the third quarter, and this defense just trying to get the ball back to their offense to get back in this contest. To throw on third down, Murray. And he's got Fitzgerald. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 14. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. He'll buy some time right. That's going to be caught by Kirk for a Cardinals touchdown. Christian Kirk there to make the grab. And the Cardinals push further out in front. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
All right, this defense back out there with the lead and also with a shutout intact as they look to finish this off in the fourth quarter.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. The completion to Ridder. Nothing on that one. It'll be 2nd down. Well, for these two franchises, the Lions and the Cardinals, it all began back on a Sunday in October of 1930 when the Chicago Cardinals visited Portsmouth, Ohio to play a scoreless game against the hometown Portsmouth Spartans in front of 6,500 fans. 4 years later, the Portsmouth Spartans would move to Detroit. But anyways, 90 seasons later, after some rebranding, a couple relocations, one of the oldest rivalries in the NFL still lives on. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Stafford now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Stafford now to throw. Open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now Stafford looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Jermaine Kearse, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Stafford. This is Riddick on the screen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. this defense back out there with the lead and also with a shutout intact as they look to finish this off in the fourth quarter. Here's Stafford. Complete to Jones. And they're able to get this one across the 35. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
All right, boys, here we go.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Throwing again is Stafford. And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defense.
All right, this defense back out there with the lead and also with a shutout intact as they look to finish this off in the fourth quarter. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. 5 yards on the catch there brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Stafford. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 7 yards there and a first down. On 1st and 10, Stafford. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. Again, it's Stafford. He finds his man Johnson. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. 3rd and long. It's Stafford. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. On the return is Peterson. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And the and 10. So for Arizona, you can't ask for a better start as they pitch a shutout here in the opener. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cardinals as we say so long from Glendale. start your week by installing your game plan.
Quarterbacks running wild. Hey, it's the coach. This is week 2 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we might have the 2 most dynamic young running QBs in the league today. This should be a good one. Rookie Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals taking on second-year man Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. I'll see you again at halftime. But now, time to send it up to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Coach, thanks. CA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Inner Harbor and M&T Bank Stadium here in Baltimore, Maryland. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes because you've got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
Still 0-0 here in quarter one, but an early test to check in on as we've got a third down situation looming. Jackson looking to throw on third, and that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race, and he will score. Touchdown, Cardinals. Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Time to jump into the action, and we have a red zone alert as this defense looks to stop a 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. This is Ingram on 1st and 10, and they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Well, look there at Ingram's numbers from a week ago. 19 carries, 90 yards.
They've got a nice scheme going right now, and they run the football pretty well. In fact, I was talking with him on the field before the game, and he said he's starting to hear from the guys ahead of him on the rushing yardage total, and they want to know if he's going to jump up there and join them at the top of the list.
Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. On 3rd down, Jackson. And that is incomplete. And there defensively, Patrick Peterson showing why he's so tough, man on man.
So quick, so agile, just essentially gets into the hip pocket of the receiver and just stays right with him each and every time it appears. And on this one in man coverage, that one really didn't have a chance. He's able to knock it away.
Tucker's kick is good. And they are on the board, trailing now 6-3. Tucker named the league's all-pro kicker for the 3rd time in 2018.
Go ahead and admit it. The only time that you get excited about Justin Tucker kicking is when he actually misses.
The defense now in a little bit of a pickle. We drop you in inside the red zone, 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Murray. That's complete to Edmonds, his running back. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the 1st round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Kyler Murray, 1,000-yard rusher as a quarterback in his Heisman campaign in Oklahoma. He's got the 1st down.
These type of plays are backbreakers for a defense. They thought they had him hemmed in, thought they were going to get him on the ground with the pass rush, but were unable to do so. He gets away, picks up a big 1st down, and sets up 1st and goal inside the 10.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. David Johnson. His 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And there you 2nd quarter, this defense looking for a big 3rd down stop here. They're already down on the scoreboard, just trying to get the ball back to their offense. Here's Murray from midfield. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, a dream scenario here as we get back into the action. It's a 1st and goal with the ball at the 1-yard line. They'll run it with Johnson. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Cardinals push further out in front. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never...
This offense trying to get it in the end zone from the red zone, but right now their focus, a 3rd down situation with 1 yard to go to get the 1st. And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point, his 1st career interception. A 3rd down situation coming up in the 3rd quarter, and this defense hoping to turn that 3rd down into 4th. Murray going to try to throw on 3rd down. Flush to his right. He lets this one fly. Toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot. So on trots the field goal unit. And wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And it's complete. They're going to get the first. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Would have been a long kick. It was prime fake field goal territory. They faked it. They got it.
So much for defense in this situation, because the natural play there is you go into what we call safe, meaning you don't really rush on that one. You almost concede. If they want to kick a long one like that and make it, so be it.
We jump into the action. It's 2nd down and 3, and the ball in the red zone. Play fake. Murray. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
To throw, it's Murray. Being chased, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Willie Henry in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive. All right, this offense has made its way into the red zone as they're set up with a 1st and 10 just inside the 20. 1st down, Murray. Screen play, Johnson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cardinals push further out in front. He keeps carrying. Tight game here, but this offense does have the lead. Decent amount of time on the clock, and the defense has all 3 timeouts. So can the offense manage things and milk this clock away? It's time to find out. The run there on 1st down, going to get him 5 up to the 30. Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Now Murray off play action. Flushed out right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards on the tuck and run. Well, we know that Murray can run the football. He rushed for 1,000 yards during his final year at Oklahoma, better than 7 yards per carry. And Cliff Kingsbury says, I trust him running the football. And this is a guy that has known his quarterback since 2012 when Murray was a sophomore in high school. Kingsbury was in the OC at Texas A&M. He would go on to take... Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. Well, holding on. Snead's got it. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. First play of the drive in their hip pocket. Of course, the focus here has to be the touchdown and the two-point conversion. Field goals aren't going to help you.
Yeah, but how about that first play of the drive? Just to get them started, nice gain, got some positive momentum going. They're on their way, and they don't have to rush.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's second down. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. Looking to throw again on second down. Jackson, it's complete to Snead. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards there and a first down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll throw on first down with Jackson. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They'll look to throw. And that's going to be intercepted. The all-pro corner, Patrick Peterson.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And this...
Here we go. These babies cry all the way back home, yo.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he's got this down to the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10. Murray's going to look to throw this thing, escaping the pressure right. This complete to the tight end Clay. A good pickup there, a 22. Absolutely ideal there. Get a good size play, get out of bounds.
Well, you saw the coaching there. That is taught and it is emphasized. Get out of bounds, understand your situation, as well as just understanding the game.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
I'm coming after you.
Now Johnson. Now he's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Buying time, and he will score. Touchdown Cardinals. Kyler Murray, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals push further out in front. Looking like they're well on their way to a 2-0 start. All smiles right now. That sideline, isn't it?
As well,
so it's a win here for the Arizona Cardinals, and this not always an easy proposition, Charles. You had a West Coast team that traveled east, but they got the job done.
And there's so much that goes into it because your body time and your body clock different from what you're used to west, because if you go east, you're going to lose up to 3 hours, right? So is your body going to be awake when it's time to play? A lot of teams actually rehearse it. They practice it. Maybe the week of the game, they move everything up to that time frame so guys get used to doing it that way. I remember when I played at Tennessee, when we had to go from east to west, our trainer, Tim Karen, said, leave your watches on East Coast time. Every piece of information we got was East Coast Standard Time. Try to psychologically tell us what to do, as well as prepare our bodies the same way.
So for the Cards, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Case. Start your week by installing your game plan. These players are on the last year of their contract. Cap room is how much money you have to spend on new contracts this year. Cap hit is how much the current contract proposal will impact the cap room. The closer, this is the player card. Here you can see your players.